I sat up in bed at silly o'clock in the morning. We were in Marrakesh and the day was just dawning. Over loudspeakers came a call to prayer, but worship wasn't why we were there. We were planning to fly an enormous balloon around the whole globe, not a moment too soon. Had anyone done this at any time before? No, we'd create a world record, the first forevermore. I picked up a pen to write my children a note in case anything went wrong, and this is what I wrote. Live life to its full, enjoy every minute. Don't forget the good times we've had. Love and look after your mum. I love you, Dad. And when I looked up at the balloon, it felt a mile wide. Men on horseback galloped by, guns swung by their side. It was time to go. I hugged Holly, Sam and Joan, and then I took a deep breath and knew I was alone. But that wasn't quite true. I had Alex and Per by my side all the way, and they were brilliant balloonists. I was sure we could win the day. I took a deep breath and hopped into the capsule, stepping off solid ground. There was cheering below as we left the earth, but the balloon didn't make a sound. We flew serenely over the Atlas Mountains, though we'd forgotten to bring loo rope. If using faxes for toilet paper was our biggest worry, the trip would be a stroll. But then we lost altitude and it got very cold. We had to dump some weight. We needed to get rid of the fuel tank before it was too late. If Alex couldn't free the fuel tanks, we'd have to jump now. I'd never used a parachute and wasn't certain I knew how. I thought this was it. This really was the last one. But just before we became a fireball, Alex got the job done. All through the night, the balloon felt out of hand, leaking fuel across the Sahara. We knew it was time to land. But before us was Algeria, in the middle of a civil war. This adventure was truly unlike any we'd gone through before. We hit a power line in the middle of the desert, but managed to reach the sand. Then gunship helicopters appeared from nowhere, with soldiers under command. "Salam," I said hopefully, offering a grin. They were curious about the balloon, and they kindly took us in. We headed for home, just about in one piece, and no worse for the wear. I swore I'd never get inside a balloon again, anywhere. But by the time we made it back, I knew I'd changed my mind. There's always time for more adventures. Don't leave me behind.